Alright, in this video we are going to see how to create this animation using HTML and CSS. As you can see, once I hover, the border is getting populated. The border is getting surrounded by this card, and you can see there's a change of color on the text. To follow along, I'll leave the source code in the description. In case if you got stuck somewhere, you can just copy paste the code and start along with me. Now, these are the two files which we need. Let me create the file starting from scratch. We need Control N, Control S, and I'm going to save this file as index2.html, and we need one more file. I have to save it as style2.css. Now exclamatory tab. Now you can see there is a boilerplate HTML code. Let's link the style sheet. Link tab style2.css is the name. Now we need card. Inside the card we need h1. I'm going to name this as my channel name and my designation. Cool, that's it for the HTML. We have to get into the JavaScript. So on the JavaScript, I'm just importing the Google font CDN, which is Roboto. So this is Roboto, and for all element it is going to be the font family Roboto, and I'm removing the marginal padding for all element, adding the border box sizing border box for all the element. Now in case if you are interested how does our website looks, our web page looks like, we have named it as index2.html. so just this is how it looks. Now let's first design the card. Let me give the width of 300 pixel, the height of 300 pixel. Let's give the color, let's say background color, let's say #3. Now this is how it looks. So the card's text should be of color white, so color white. So I want this to be at the center, so this text to be at the center. So inside the card we'll give display text. Justify content center will vertically align the text. Align item center will horizontally align the text. Now this will be side by side, so we want one below the other. So flex direction, instead of row I want it to be column, so one below the other. Cool. Now I want to place this card in the center, so choose the body. Let's give the background color black, and I want this to be at the center, so I'll just copy the same thing from the card to the body. So now it's at the center. So to make the justify content work, we need to give the height of 100% of viewport. I'm leaving it to you. Now let's focus on the card's pseudo element, which is before. So to make the pseudo element work, we need to make the content. The content is must, or else it won't work. So the parent here is position. We need to give the parent position absolute in order to use position relative to the child. Position absolute to the child. Now we need to set the border left and border bottom. So border left 4 pixel solid transparent color for now. So once I hover it, I'll make this yellow. So then border bottom, and I want the pseudo element to position such a way like left is 0 and bottom is 0. Now we'll give the width of 100% and height of just 4 pixel. So if you see, so let me make this 100% as well and show you how does it looks. Let me make this yellow and this also yellow. Now you can see this is how it looks. Now this should only happen when I hover on it. So card, when I hover on the card, I want the pseudo element to have border color of yellow. So let me make this yellow to transparent. So when I hover it, I want it to work. So you can see when I hover it, it's working. Now I want the transition in such a way like transition 0.5s. So you can see that's a smooth transition. So now what I need to do is I want to make the border bottom. So border bottom coming from right to left. So transform translate x 100%. So now it would come from here to here. So when I hover it, I want to be 0 instead of 100. So now if you see, so you can see it's coming from left to right, 100% to 0%. Now I want the transition to work one by one. So for just uh, we'll give the transform property for now. Transform, and it should be linear. So let's check. So transform is working. Now what we need to do is we need to make this height of just 4 pixel or just 0. So once I hover on it, I want the height to be 100%. So now you can see hard refresh. So only the transform is working. So let's call in another transition, and this time it's going to be height. So now you can see, and I want the height to be delay of 0.5 second. Cool. Hard refresh, and let's make this transition to this before. Cool. The same way, copy the whole again and name this as after, and now we need top and right. So top, right. So let this let's check, then top, right. We'll make this 100% and check, and before hovering let this be direct yellow. So that's working. So instead of right, we need it to come from left. So I think this is perfect. Just make this after, and just do the same thing. We need to be this need to be 0, and cool. Now get into the card and make overflow hidden. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for that's thing is we can have, when I hover on the card, we can have h1, the color yellow, and to have a smooth transition, get into the h1 we have not defined, so we have to define h1 transition 0.5s. Refresh it. So that's it.